Let's put the tempo. All right. So I'm gonna go with this pattern. All right. So, oh, sorry. All right. I went with this pattern. It's just it goes like this. Let's try. Let's go with that. But I think, like with everything, you'll just get better at chatting and talking to the void. Let's see. And fuck it, let's add this. What the hell is this H, man? Oh, I clicked on H. I don't even know what H is. Let's see. Alright, let's go with that. Alright, I'm going with that for this for this snare pattern. Is it, let's see, is it probably not 16 notes. Two-step, hi-hat, kind of boring. Nah. I guess here. Let me see. Avoidant. Hell no. Alright, so that's done. That's the drum, right? Now, my last thing is, okay, so I think the bass of the 808 is F sharp, and I kind of follow the F sharp keys. The last thing I'm going to do is just look for, there's another thing I don't like about Splice is the fact that it's kind of like throw in a random splice loop just to test the drums and see if it works. Alright, let's use this. This is fine for me. Let's see. Throw this in here. Alright, the drum works. Alright, okay, the drums work fine. It passed. Alright, it passed the test. Alright, the drum works. So the reason why I personally just like to do drums first is because I do the drums and then I can make a shit ton of music, you know. I like to make as much songs as I can. And for me, the everyone's different, right? You have to figure out what makes you the best that you can be. So this is not advice for everyone. This is just my personal advice. Is definitely sit down, figure out, do you prefer drums first or do you prefer melody first? You have to sit down and figure that stuff out. Um, because, for example, with me, anytime I started with the MIDI and the piano roll, my drums ended up being mad weird. You know, the groove would be so weird because I'll be trying to match the like the drums to the melody and stuff like that, and it would just be so awful, bro, so awful. So I much prefer to do the drums first, but then again, that's just how my brain works. You know, some people prefer the snare. I like the 808, or even the kick and the snare. And the last piece of advice I would say is sit down and figure out what do you value in a song. You have to make everything work around what you value. All right, like don't be blind. Don't randomly throw stuff in there. Sit down and ask yourself, hey, what do I like the most, right? Do you like the snare the most? Do you like the 808? And if you are like me and you record and also produce, then the other thing you have to do is, I mean, I guess when making the instrumental, like, and producing, yeah, first figure out what is who's the star, right? Who's the star of the show? For me, 808. So I started with the 808, and then everything must support the 808, and enhance it. But then once I'm in the recording phase or the mixing phase, right, and I have my vocals in, I have to remix everything because now the true star of the show is actually my voice, and everything has to support the voice. So that's what I would say is just work around what you want to be the star, right? Same thing with the melody. Like when I make MIDI, the first thing I do is I start with the melody, and then everything else must support the melody. Some people start with chords, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the chords, bro. Like, the chords are so boring, bro. I don't even like using chords. Like, I like to implicitly use chords because, well, bro, the chord progressions are so boring, man. Like, it's so damn familiar. Like, if you're trying to make pop music, yeah, use that. Otherwise, imply the chord progressions. Have things fall inside of it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Bye.